A week in provincial Philippines. So I had an amazing opportunity to visit the province, Baler Aurora, which is about 250 kilometers or 160 miles from Manila. Now, this isn't my first trip. I've been there before. In fact, that's where I met my current girlfriend slash fiance. Yeah, I was there maybe, 2 years ago almost. We had a big party. You may have seen it in one of my videos. Baler is a small town and it's a surfing capital of Thailand. From the movie Apocalypse Now, you see they filmed the surfing scenes there and left the surfboards. And then the locals picked it up, and now it's a pretty famous center for surfing in the Philippines. But I wasn't staying in the town, I was staying about 8 miles out of town, way out in the countryside, in government housing. There's a big government housing complex out there, probably has about 200 small homes with a whole bunch of Filipino families living there. So this is the little community, and let's go on a little tour of the house. So this is the house right here, right there. Okay, let's go walk in. So this is the living room with a kid. And this is a nice house here. This is definitely above average house because my girlfriend is an electrical engineer. She helped pay for a lot of the renovations. A lot of people live here, her and her mother and her sister and brother-in-law and their kids. They all live here. This is her room where we stayed. And this is basically the dining room. To the left is the other bedroom. They don't have windows to the outside. This is the kitchen. This is the bathroom. All the houses have basically the same design. They do have running water, but you can see it's not exactly the Ritz. Nobody has air conditioning, and there are only electric fans, which are okay, survivable, unless there's a blackout, which happen every other day or every third day, and sometimes they last for hours and hours. And when there's no air conditioning and no fans, it can get pretty uncomfortable. So the best thing to do is just sit outside, hang out, and talk to your neighbors. This is the Philippines, and so there are a lot of kids hanging around. This is Ayen, the son of one of my girlfriend's sisters. She has 2 sisters. They live side by side with a total of 7 kids. If things get boring at night, you can always drive into town. There's a couple of restaurants and bars, and I do what I normally do. So obviously this is a beach town, and one of our big activities was my girlfriend's uncle took us on a little boat ride to a secluded beach. So that was a great day. We had a lot of fun that day. This is a very typical boat style or design in the Philippines. They always have these 2 pontoons on each side. I mean, almost all the boats do. We left at about 7 a.m. I think the ride to the beach took about 45 minutes. We passed a lot of small islands and rock formations on the way. Just a little cruise up the beach. As you can see, this isn't a very big boat, but it was a lot of fun. Seven a.m. and obviously it's not cold or anything. It's probably about 75 degrees, 80 degrees. So we're nearing the secluded beach he's taking us to. This was a completely secluded beach. There was nothing here. Just us and the water and the beautiful view. And our next big event was Ian's first birthday party. So just like when I was there 2 years ago, we had a major feast with lots and lots of food. All the relatives came. We went to this park that had a pool, and it was basically like a rental picnic area. And it was great. And of course, the food was amazing. Ian's 1 year old, so I don't know how much he appreciated his birthday party, but everyone else had a great time. This is the traditional way of having a big dinner in the Philippines. Everything's just laid out on banana leaves and everyone eats together with their hands. So our final event was a barangay party right there in the government housing where we lived. And they have a big basketball court because of course basketball is really crazy popular in the Philippines. They converted that into a party spot and everyone ate and danced and had a great time. Of course, like it or not, as the only foreigner there, I was the center of attention. But that's okay, you know, once in a while you just have to relax and have a good time with everyone else and let your hair down. Well, that is, if I had any hair, I'd let it down, but I had a lot of fun. Everyone was just dancing and drinking and eating and just relaxing like as a big community. And everything was great. That's my girlfriend dancing with her mom. This is our group. Again, just hanging out as basically a big family. Of course, I was again the center of attention. Everyone wanted to take pictures, which is fine. You know, you just have to go with the flow. So after the party the next day, it was time to head back to Manila and then to Thailand. So we got a ride on the sidecar. Of course, some of the family members, especially the kids, wanted to come along and see us go. So this was my trip to the provinces in the Philippines, and it was great. I mean, I'm not going to say I wanted to live there all the time, but it was amazing to visit, and I'm going to be happy to go back. So join me on this adventure. Let's go.